Welcome back to Trumbull Valley. We are in the process of wrapping up this community so that I can, get a legacy from them, even though I guess I've already earned this boon, so it doesn't matter that much. But the main thing I'm getting out of this is I'm going to be freeing up a save slot so I can start a brand new Nightmare community and start going after more legacy boons at that difficulty level. The reason I'm in camera mode right now is because I got a comment from somebody in the chat right as I was ending the last episode. Roland Ossium asks, what is with the tiger? So people who have been watching my stream for a long time have they've noticed very often that I've got this lovely Lego Voltron out here. I'm very proud of this thing. I'm a big fan of the Netflix Voltron series. My son and I used to watch it every night before bed. And so my family got me this Lego set a couple of years ago, and I'm very proud of it. I keep it in the background all the time. Voltron has gained a friend now, which is this tiger. This tiger is known as the butthole tiger. Like here, I'll show it to you a little bit closer. I'll try to not fall out of my chair. So this is a beautiful model. Some of the clever engineering that went into this to give it the stripes on the side that are largely, there are some there is a pattern drawn on the surface of some of these pieces, but mostly this is just using Lego pieces that are orange and black and to make the flanks of the tiger. Like, there's a lot of really clever engineering that went into this. But the best part of this tiger is this one specific aspect of the tiger. Is this somebody you took a little flower piece and made it a butthole. And so this tiger just became very popular on social media because of that. And I was like, I love this tiger. So my daughter, Calliope, got me this tiger as a Christmas gift. And so it actually didn't come out until last month. And so I didn't actually get it until very recently. And so she and I, put it together. And Calliope was when I actually posted a video on Twitter that, Calliope is the one who actually inserted the key piece that makes this thing special. So I figured, I could put it facing the camera back there, but it seemed like it was more appropriate to have it, presenting its most important body part to everybody. So that's what we've got going on here. It's showing everybody how proud it is of its very accurate anatomy. Anyway, so there's the answer to your question, Roland. I don't know if you wanted me to start an episode with that, but here we go. That's how we roll over here on the Durangatang channel. So let's get back to the game. So what we've been doing is preparing all of the characters in my base to Legacy, because I want them all to go into the Legacy pool and be extremely useful in the future. And so I've been loading them up with useful inventory, but I've been doing that in between final trader missions. So we've got another trader mission for this guy to go on. Oh, I think a Juggernaut knocked this car out of the way. So the first mission was just driving around, but I believe this one might be a little bit more dangerous. So we're going to head up here to the Nifty Neighbors and see what they have to say. So La Coalición asks, if you made a Lego bloater, would it have a butthole piece? No, because the way that the stance of the bloater, it's not presenting its butthole to the world the way that the... you can see sort of from the way they stand here, that their butt is actually fairly subtle. You can't see the butt from here because he's wandering towards me. But the way that they stand, the butthole is not going to be a prominent part of their body. I realize that, how much of a fan you are of the bloater's butt, Coalición. And so I know that would be disappointing to you that we would not go into fine anatomical detail with the bloater's butt if we were to make a Lego set of him. But yeah, that's just got to be how it is. It is really funny. The bloater's butt is really funny, though, because State of Decay 1, its ESRB rating, had a nudity qualifier on it. I don't know if we have a nudity qualifier in State of Decay 2 or not, but you know how, the ESRB, they'll say, M, rated M, and then there'll be a list of reasons why it's rated M. But we had nudity on there. I'm sure that at least some noticeable percentage of our audience bought the game specifically expecting that nudity was going to be one of the reasons they enjoyed it, and were disappointed that the only nudity was the butt on the bloater. No one has reported to me that was an experience they had, but I just feel like that just feels likely, doesn't it? Just knowing what humans are like. All right, so we're going to approach this carefully. I've forgotten exactly how this mission goes. I don't know if I should expect danger here or not. But, because, yeah, this is only one mission among many, and it's not one I play very often, because I don't play through the legacy stuff very often. But yeah, let's head up here and see what these folks have to say. Hey, where are you going? Come back. Come back. Hello, Mrs. Close. No, wait. Oh, Dawn. Your name is Dawn. Hello, Dawn. I heard our friends, the occupants, are planning to ambush the trade summit and take everything. Oh. Thanks for the warning. Oh, I could make them hostile right now. Oh, I'll see if I can talk some sense into them. Oh, we're going to confront Musica over there with the occupants. All right. So actually, I should probably... I think I'm running low on gas. I should actually stop off for some gas. Actually, come to think of it, I think I might need to manufacture some gas. All right. Yeah, so let's head... I guess we could just stop by the gun shop on our way over here and pick up some gas for the car, because I don't know if I want to be driving around back and forth to Fairfield much longer on this gas tank. What is the right way to get down? Is it here? Sure. Let's say it's here. By the way, you might recognize the name of that character. I think it's kind of funny that for some reason the game decided to name one of the villains of this story after one of the founders of BioWare, but apparently it did. Alright, so La Coalición is suggesting that I might want to bring a bloater gas grenade. Or, oh, actually, wait a minute. It occurred to me, does my community have... Okay, we don't. I was trying to see if we've got that, the mod that lets you manufacture all of those things. Okay, I think we don't. Okay, anyway, sorry. I was just trying to check to see if we had whatever it was, I forgot what it was called now. The biochem station or something like that. I was trying to see if we had that, because if we do, I want to keep it, because it's pretty valuable and rare. But I think this team might not have a biochem station. We might have collected a few of those consumables from missions without actually making the biochem station. As usual, Coalición, I'm betting that I'm not going to remember to do anything you said. So just preparing you for reality. All right, what was I getting? Gas. I was getting gas, that's right. Let's just grab a bunch of it, because we might need it in the future. Oh, and actually, let's grab a repair kit, too, in case we need that. Let's just load up with all the things we might need. Keep them in the car, and then I won't need to do much more checking in with this car later on. So the Coalición reacted to my previous comment. Who on earth buys a game for nudity? I'm not saying that they would have bought the game necessarily specifically because of the nudity, but it might have been a sweetener, you know? I could totally... I mean, basically, a teenage boy somewhere was looking at the game and deciding whether or not to buy it, and was like, I don't know, is this going to be worth the... whatever, $20 that it cost, and was kind of like going back and forth and said, oh, nudity. Maybe this is worth it to me. I could totally see that being the case. But whatever, that's fine. So let's... I guess we could go either way, but I think that the other bridge is probably the slightly more direct route. Maybe, I don't know. So Jedi Psych Tricks is like is sort of talking through the thought process somebody might have had, and they said, which zombie game should I play? The one with naked zombies? That's my thing. So now that's the thing. We didn't explain that it was a naked zombie, and we definitely didn't explain that it was a grotesque naked zombie that was bloated and full of fart juice. And I think that if it said up front, naked zombie full of fart juice, that probably would not have been attractive. It's the fact that it's unqualified nudity. I think that's the thing that might have made somebody think that, you know, get excited. They could have imagined that it was any kind of nudity. Sada Hot Pot is reacting to the phrase fart juice. I don't know what your concern is. I mean, obviously that's what bloater clouds are made out of, isn't it? All right, everybody. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. You don't have to steal from your partners.
Sorry for trying to cheat you. It's just that we're desperate for fuel. Can you help us?
Oh, I can get you a rucksack of fuel. Absolutely. So I was so nervous because I genuinely forgot what the crap happens in this part of the stories. I could not remember if I was required to fight them or not at this exact moment. So I was kind of bracing myself for what might happen. Jedi Psychic says, hey, don't shame me for my love of naked zombies. Yeah, so I think if somebody is into, like, you know, zombies and nudity, might I recommend the Onechanbara series? I guess. I don't know. So we'll just head back home. And I always forget what the right way home is. I think this is a good enough place to turn off. Yeah, that seems open. So we'll go home, we'll grab some fuel, bring it back. It'll be great. They'll be happy with us, but there's still going to be jerks out there. And unfortunately, we have to deal with jerks in the final episode, in the final sequence, no matter what. But I'll make sure that when Washington shows up to that, he's got plenty of heals, ready to survive. Oh, sounds like a feral. One thing you'll notice is that normally my characters get tired. You know, after playing the same character for even a single episode, they're tired and I can't play them anymore. And I end up needing to, what am I doing? I don't know. And I end up needing to switch them out. Basically, one character per episode, even with just like half-hour episodes. You'll notice I don't have to do that with Washington. Partly it's, I mean, I did switch away from him at the very end of the last episode for a brief period. But also, we actually stick a, we actually put a buff on the leader during the sequence when all of their missions are playing out, where they don't get tired, because they're necessary. What am I doing? Because they're necessary for all of these missions, and we don't want to hold up the missions, and we definitely don't want the player to feel like they have to. Why am I bothering with that? Why they don't want the player to feel like they have to take a tired character on all of these missions. So we give them a buff, and they just don't get tired for a while. So I'm pretty sure, I mean, even though I am going to be switching characters to make sure I'm prepping everybody to be in the legacy pool, I don't think I actually need to switch away from Washington for the rest of this series of episodes. He could just keep on going forever. So Coalition says, does this affect characters who are like doing things like, say, Prepper Ant? Do they also get that advantage? No, it's only the legacy missions. I don't think there's any other mission series that puts a buff on a character to keep them from getting tired, because none of the other ones are important. You can delay the Prepper Ant as long as you want. If you start the Prepper Ant and then you quit, you know, midway through, it'll eventually respawn, and so there's just, you don't lose much. Whereas I think, you know, players who don't fully understand how everything's working behind the scenes might very well get into a frustrating situation where they're doing badly at the legacy missions, even ending up having to sort of cancel and redo the legacy missions because they lose their leader during them and have to just restart a bunch of stuff. So yeah, we anticipated there'd be more frustration to having a tired character in the legacy missions than in other missions. So, okay, I'm gonna be driving back and forth here a lot. Let's do something about this. Oh, never mind. We don't have to do something about it because it took care of itself. Whee! All right. Take care of these guys. Man, what's it like to be a zombie? It's just like a car goes by and just wipes out one of your friends for no reason. So Coalition says, here are tips for the final mission if you're playing on Nightmare or Lethal. Number 1, take weapons that work against humans, like the stun grenades that I have, or or like bloater gas grenades is another good one against humans. Number 2, take guns with suppressors. Otherwise, you might end up on an endless loop of killing zombies at the same time as the humans. Good point. Apparently, it's based on Coalition having a really bad experience. So, well-received advice.
Thank you. I didn't expect that.
All right. Yes, getting extortioned, getting extorted. So that wraps that up. So now we're going to head home again, spend a little bit more time prepping more of our characters to be legacied. And then, once we're done with that, we'll play through the final legacy mission. And I'm going to make sure, I'm going to go back, Washington in particular, I really want to make sure that he's equipped with all his favorite stuff. So we'll go through that, make sure he's got his favorite stuff, and then, yeah. But we'll also make sure that he's carrying stuff that's good against fighting humans in this final battle. So maybe I will bring those stun grenades. Let's see how much he can fit in his inventory, because I've got a lot of stuff here. Luckily, Cleo ammo stacks pretty deep, so he can carry a lot of ammo in case he needs it, and without it taking up nearly as much space. So Cam the Nomad says, the only issue that they have with this game is that it feels like the maps are too small for them. They want more room to explore. But other than that, they feel like the game is perfect. Well, that is very high praise, honestly. If you've only got one serious problem with the game, that's a really kind thing for you to say to us. So I appreciate that. Oh, hello. All right, we got a feral. Okay, fine. Haha! That's how you deal with a feral. All right. Oh wait, there's more. There's more zombies. Hey, why don't y'all come inside? We're having a party. So Coalition, I'm sorry that I'm not carrying a crossbow so I can test it out on that helmet. I know you've been wanting me to do that lately. Smushing zombies left and right. All right, I'm gonna grab another one of these and let's run out and repair this vehicle again. All right, so now, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think I found some more stuff that felt Cleo themed, which is kind of this guy's deal. Oh, right. Oh no, it was the Red Talon fob equipment. That's what I thought he might want. But actually, I'm not sure if Washington cares about that. I think that he does want to have a Cleo Longblade. In fact, he's already got one. Now he's got two. Cool. He can give one to a friend. Actually, I think that Screamer is actually the one who would want to have all this Red Talon gear. So I think I should give that stuff to Screamer, because he's a Red Talon fanboy, not Washington. Though, like, the thing that's actually useful, like that's really useful as a Red Talon thing, I think I actually kind of do want to give that to Washington, because he's more of a favorite character. So yeah, let's try to make up for the missing beds as well as we can. And then let's give him... What is this? Yes, the Red Talon Bunk Room Prefab. So he's going to carry that around, even though that's a lot. We don't have a Cleo ammo press, but that's fine. Is there anything else that it feels like he specifically should be carrying? You know what? Okay, oh yeah, so we were saying that we wanted to grab the stun grenades. Flashbang grenades. Just for the battle. And actually, he should probably... I should give him more meds. Oh, he can carry 6 meds. That's wonderful. And I shall also give him maybe some fire, because that might be useful. Yeah, let's give him that. Okay, he's ready to go. Now let's switch over to Screamer. And let's let Screamer pick up all that gear that I just decided was good for Screamer. So, how do you navigate? Unsurprisingly, Screamer's getting tired. Okay, so what all did I give him? Right, I gave him a bunch of this stuff. Because he's a pathologist. But maybe that's what I want Becky to have. Let's give Becky that equipment. And let's let Screamer carry the Red Talon stuff. So he can have the compact incinerator. He can have the rangefinder. Was there one more piece of Red Talon gear that I thought... I feel like there was one more thing. What was the one more Red Talon thing that I thought he wanted? Was it another weapon? Oh, yeah, APCRT. I think that's a Red Talon weapon. Let's give him that. It wasn't that. That wasn't the thing I was thinking of, but whatever. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, so my Red Talon fan, he's good to go. Let's give Becky that pathologist type equipment, because I think I ended up giving her kind of some random stuff, and Becky deserves better than just some random stuff. She is one of my most important characters. So let's make her more... Oh yeah, I just gave her a bunch of Wilkerson Reserve. Somebody else bring the drinks. Becky can do more. She can do bloater cloud grenades, and she can bring that stuff. Oh, and you know what? She should bring Hippopotamus, just because Hippopotamus is big, pink, and fluffy, and she likes pink, fluffy things, so that's what she should have. Okay. Now, Jack Kilgore, attorney at law. Coalition, I'm not sure if that APC-9 is broken. Okay, so he's got some more stuff from the Trifecta pack. He's got the competition weapons. What do they fire? Oh, are they all 9mm? Okay, so he's got 9mm. That's great. He's good. He's got all the ammo that he needs. What is his specialization? Law. That's right. Of course, he's attorney at law. So he's got no particular specialty. He should kind of grab just whatever. So he specifically is into 9mm. His weapons they all fire 9mm. But maybe, I don't know, let's give him something else. Like, oh, the Clio shotgun. That was the other thing that I was going to give Washington. Well, we'll see what he's got room for. Let's give him the grenade launcher. Just because, I don't know, it's a cool thing that he can have. I think I must have a gardener somewhere who will want the Grow Chem. Let's give him the vehicle upgrade kit. I don't know. Why not?
I might be carrying too much here.
Oh, you think you're carrying too much? Oh, okay. And then, I don't know. Heavy duty ammo press, of course. He's got the grenade launcher. And actually, do we have any 5.0 weapons? I mean, I don't know why I'm loading him down with this stuff, but why not? I think this might be my only 5.0 weapon, so let's give him that. And let's give him all of our 5.0. There we go. Jack Kilgore, attorney at law, also an arms dealer, because why not? Cowpuncher. So Cowpuncher, he's got a shotgun and a 357. And, oh, this is the guy who should have the Wilkerson Reserve. The cowboy should have the moonshine. Where are we? This way. Yes, Coalition is like, isn't that the Tressie fertilizer? Yes, it is. So somebody is going to carry that. I needed to see who my gardener is. Who's this guy? He's agriculture. So yes, he also gets the Tressie gear. So he's going to get the Grow Chem because he's my agriculture expert. We're also going to make sure, like, do we have, yes. 357 is hard to come by, so let's make sure that he's got that at least. And the Wilkerson Reserve is his. And that's it. We're good with him. Next, Umukpe. Umukpe is our cook. So do we have any good, like, kitchen gear that Umukpe would want? let's look at the base again. We've got a kitchen. And yes, we've got a slow cooker. So Amokpe gets the slow cooker, which is here. Definitely gets that. And then, I mean, cooking isn't the most exciting specialty, but for instance, giving him a gardening textbook so he can make somebody else a gardener feels pretty valuable. Giving him the medicine textbook so he can make somebody else a doctor, that all feels valuable. And what does he fire? 7.62. Let's give him the rifle ammo press.
That is a lot to carry.
Because I can't give him a bunch of 7.62, but... Oh, 44 Magnum. Do I have any 44 Magnum? I do. Let's give him that. And... anything else that makes sense? I don't know. A cutlass. Why not? All right, next. Nate. So, let's see here. Cam the Nomad said, the only bug I had was one time when I swapped guns, it duped them. But the gun was in the locker and the gun was still in the inventory, but inaccessible, like I couldn't use it. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I'd heard about that particular bug. I hope we fixed it at some point. Cam also suggests that we should add black market items, that there are things that are like really valuable to trade, but could result in some kind of raid. The problem with black market is like black market for whom? You know, like it seems like when something is black market, that means that there's a legal system that says that this thing is not allowed to be traded. But who would be making those rules? I think if we wanted something like that, I think we would have to establish some kind of sense that there is law and order out of, like, there's somebody's in charge. Like if we give the impression that, like, oh, this map is controlled by Red Talon and they won't let you trade something, and then you could be attacked by Red Talon if you did something to make money, I could see something like that working. Okay, so what I want to do is remove the suppressor from this and then switch this back and install the suppressor on that. So now he's got a suppressor. He didn't have a suppressor before. That's good. Wait, what was this? What was Nate's deal? He's the auto mechanic. Okay, so I should craft some vehicle upgrade kits. So the light one requires circuitry. Okay, yeah, so let's craft a set of upgrade kits so that this guy, when he arrives in his new community, he can upgrade anything.
Now that's quite a load.
That's quite a load. Let's also make sure that he's got some repair kits, and I think he's good to go. Oh, you know what I didn't do for people? I didn't get him rucksacks. Let's run this guy over here. Get him a rucksack. Fuel. He gets fuel because he's a car guy. Next, let's actually go back to Amokpe. Amokpe's going to grab some food. He's a cook. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Where am I? I'm running in the opposite direction from where I should. What? I mean, I don't know. I really hope that this is interesting for you all, because I feel like all I'm doing is running in circles and making no sense. So Coalition is suggesting that we should include a store with the bounty broker to have him sell stuff, to sell his stuff. So he does still sell his stuff. You just have to, like, each time an old pack comes back, you have to re-unlock it. But then he still will sell you as many of it as you want after the fact. Okay, so he's also going to bring some extra food. Jack Kilgore, attorney at law. So Coalition says he's just waiting for the final match. He's basically just tolerating all of this setup that I'm doing live on the air so that he can see the final mission. Well, I actually suspect the final mission, for those of you who are watching later on YouTube, the final mission, wait, what? Is probably going to be next episode. So if you're out there watching right now on YouTube and you want to see the final mission, I think you could probably just skip to the end screen and click whatever link is there, because that's where it's probably going to be. Chicho! Oh, Santa Hotpot says, also a fun fact, if you dismantle a rucksack that's given to you by the cannibals, you get some food, but you also get a wedding ring. Yes, right? That is one of my favorite things, too. I don't remember who did that. That might have been Brian Giammi who did that, or it could have been whichever. It could have been Kale. Was Kale the one who made the cannibals? Or was it Devin? I don't remember now. None of these designers work here anymore, so I can't ask them. But yeah, somebody had the brilliant idea of putting a wedding ring in that rucksack, and it was, yeah, I wholeheartedly agree that was freaking brilliant. Okay, let's get another. I think I want to grab another. What are these called? Attachment, a mod. Let's get a weapon mod. Actually, this is not the most exciting pistol. This is not the most exciting sidearm. So let's grab something more interesting. Is there a better sidearm for this guy? So he's got the FAL. So the FAL is actually particularly valuable. I like the FAL. Stick that brake on the FAL, but let's see if we can grab a more interesting pistol for this person to carry around. Something's harder to get, like the police auction Golden Vulture, for instance, or the King Vulture. RTX Rampart. Oh, there's a lot of good ones here. Oh, which one of these? Let's go with the Golden Vulture, just because we're going to be weird. And that one, okay, so let's actually put the suppressor on the assault rifle, since the Golden Vulture can't have attachments. And, oh, that is it. Oh, wait, that was a Dillinger pattern? What? Oh, let's keep that too. So he's got some options now. He's got multiple weird pistols. What was his specialty? Oh, he's my chemist. So as my chemist, is there anything that, I mean, I guess I'll grab the rifle ammo press. And then we're running low on stuff. I mean, mines, sure. Smoke grenades, why not? He doesn't have a lot of chemistry stuff, but we should actually bring some textbooks. Those are really valuable. So we'll bring those with him. And then we're kind of running low on stuff, which is actually kind of cool. Yeah, have them bring the Papushka with him. That's fine. All right, so that's him. Finally, Fraser, our final character. Where am I? I can't find my way around my own base. All right. Oh, and I forgot to grab that last guy a rucksack, didn't I? Whatever. Okay, so what is her specialty? She's also an auto mechanic, because whatever. Okay. I've already used up all the auto mechanic stuff. Let's just grab some special weapons.
I might be carrying too much here.
And actually, you know what? I've got an auto shop. I can make her more auto mechanic-y stuff. So let's do that. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I don't have circuitry. I don't have circuitry. So you know what I should do instead? I should bulk craft some toolkits. Actually, I probably just made too many. Let's fill her inventory with toolkits. And let's grab her a rucksack. We're running low on everything, but it doesn't matter. Grab her some ammo. And then let's go back to Chicho, because I didn't give him a rucksack. And then we'll be done. I promise. I promise we'll be done. So, I mean, actually, I should have given her some fuel instead of ammo, but whatever. We'll go with he gets fuel, she gets ammo. Not going to try to be particularly thematic about it. And now, finally, we switch back again to Washington.
All right, is everybody ready to get this trade summit started?
Let's just stare at his chest. Okay, so there was one more piece of gear that I actually wanted him to have.
Excellent. I got a great neutral location picked out. Meet y'all there.
He's already overloaded anyway. I'm going to be dealing with that no matter what. Let's give him the Clio shotgun. And I think he's got what I want. So I guess, yeah, that's good. And then I mean, since he's already overloaded, might as well try to give him a rucksack too. No, not that freaking. Okay. Anyway, I've got some ammo. I got all of the ammo. It's all gone. And he's ready to go. But this episode has gone on long enough. So let's get a nice Whoa, why is that orange icon following me around? What the heck? What is the deal with that? That's strange. How did that happen? Is it going to be following me around the whole rest of... No, I'm betting it goes away when I leave the base. Okay, good. At least there's some way to make it go away. But yeah, let's, I don't know. I'm going to get a nice shot of this guy looking like he's about to leave Trumbull Valley because, I don't know, it's an important moment. You know, we should make sure it's commemorated nicely in the thumbnail. So, that seems like it's probably going to be a pretty good shot. All right. Well, let me catch up with the chat one more time. So La Coalition says, did you know that the powerhouse double kick move can incapacitate a feral from one blow? You can try it to make it more interesting. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll have to keep that in mind. I forgot who's got powerhouse in my community, but we'll check it out. Let's see. Oh, Sata Hot Pot is just 34,000 points away from a cool a cool prize from watching my Twitch channel. So if you do watch my Twitch channel, you can earn channel points, which you can use to unlock like game recommendations. You can tell me that I need to play a particular game, and you can also unlock the ability to have me sneak your name into State of Decay 2's random name generator. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can watch me live on Twitch. These days, I'm trying to stream most often around noon, actually, Pacific time. But that could change over time if you're watching this much later. Who knows what my schedule is like. But you can always check my Twitch channel. I try to... Ooh, you know what? I didn't actually update my Twitch channel to say on the actual schedule when I stream. I should do that. Anyway. Oh, so Cogs wants to ask a State of Decay 2 question. He says, will State of Decay... Will State of Decay 3 perhaps allow you to make... game modes or DLC let you be more creative than just the base game does? That's a decision we are so far away from. Like what we do with DLC or expansions or anything like that with State of Decay 3, it is just so far away. I couldn't possibly answer that for you. We do, I mean, in general, we're trying to set a standard that we support our games, you know, for a long period after they're released. And so there's sort of a vague sense that, of course, we'll probably be doing that too with State of Decay 3, but that's, you know, that's just a studio strategy that we have overall. That's not even saying anything about the game. So I can't make any promises there. Sorry, Cogs. But... Oh, Artalvo suggests that we should potentially make sprint a toggle instead of requiring you to hold the button all the time. You know, that actually is a pretty frequent accessibility concern. The fact that for some folks, holding down a button long term is actually just does not work with the way that they've had to configure controllers for them to use it if they've got any kind of mobility issues, for instance. Or for some people, it's just, you know, whatever challenges that they deal with make it difficult for them to just to hold something for a long period of time. And so that avoiding hold actions is actually a really useful thing for people who, you know, who will need, you know, different accessibility options. And so, yeah, that is something we keep in mind. This particular game, it's too bad that we didn't think of that early on, because there's so many aspects of State of Decay 2 that like require button chords, require you to hold one button and then press another. And that's really, really deeply tied into our sprint button. So I think that might be an area where I don't know how easily we could adapt it to work that way. But that is something we should keep in mind as we're working on future games. The idea that somebody might really, you know, need for it to be better than that, more accessible than that. Because unfortunately, it's one of those things where, like, sometimes if you really ingrain a poor accessibility choice deep in the user experience of your game, it might be just impossible to root out in some places, where you might just need to keep that in mind for future games and learn from your mistakes. And the mistakes might not be very easy to correct in the game that's live. But that's a really, really good comment, and I really appreciate you saying it. Yeah, Coalition is suggesting things like pressing it twice to make it lock or something like that might be an option. Yeah, so there are a lot of different strategies we could use. And unfortunately, State of Decay 2, or State of Decay in general, is always such a complex game that we always feel like we need to use the full controller and just wring it out of all of its possibilities. But that ends up being a pretty bad experience for people who, who want to play the game long term, get tired, that sort of thing. It can be really rough. So, yeah. It's something we're keeping in mind, and we'll have to just see what we can do with it in the future. Cog says, there's so many games in your head, you must have constant headaches. And he's specifically talking about games that I want to make. So that's actually, there are games that are not State of Decay that I would love to make someday, that I do have sort of stored up in the back of my head. I don't think of them that option. I do try to write them down periodically so that I have them recorded somewhere, so I'm not just depending on my memory to hold on to them. But State of Decay is so right in the middle of my wheelhouse as far as just the kind of game that I want to make, that actually, I'm not feeling a lot of urgency about, wrapping up my involvement in State of Decay so that I can go and do something else. I'm still whole hog into this game. So there's not a lot of sort of hunger inside me to branch out that much. That said, that won't be true forever. I'm sure at some point State of Decay will have run its course for me and I'll want to do something else. But right now I'm still very enthusiastic about it. So anyway, let's wrap up this episode and move on to hopefully what will be the final episode for the Council in Trumbull Valley. So here's a subscribe button for those of you who watch later on YouTube. I'm going to keep playing the game right now. So if you're watching me live, of course, stick with me. The episode's going to go here.